The history of the United Kingdom, from the Celts to Brexit, in 100 seconds. Let's do it. 2000 BC. The island of Great Britain is inhabited by Celtic-speaking tribes. The Britons and the Gaels, they are joined by Germanic tribes who settle in what will become England. 43 AD, the Roman invasion of Britain begins under Claudius. They conquer most of the island, but struggle to hold it down. The resistance of the Britons and the Gaels is led by Queen Boudicca. After Boudicca's death, the Romans are able to put down the revolt and solidify their control over Britain. The Roman influence in Britain declines, and the Anglo-Saxons begin to invade and settle in the island. Over the next 2 centuries, they displace the native Britons to the west and north, creating the kingdoms of Northumbria, Mercia, and Wessex. In the year 664, the Vikings began to raid Britain. They're eventually defeated by King Alfred the Great of Wessex. Alfred also codified English law and promoted education. In 878, Alfred's grandson, Edward the Elder, conquered the Danelaw and made Christianity the dominant religion in England. His son Aethelstan was crowned the first king of England in 925. Over the next 300 years, England is ruled by a succession of kings, including the infamous William the Conqueror, who won the Battle of Hastings in 1066. In the 13th century, England and Wales are brought under the rule of King John. Scotland asserts its independence under Alexander III. In 1215, King John signed the Magna Carta, which limited the power of the king and established the principle of no taxation without representation. In the 14th century, the 100 Years' War between England and France rages. It results in the English defeat at the Battle of Agincourt. In 1348, the Black Death arrives in England. It kills half of the population. In 1485, King Richard III is killed at the Battle of Bosworth Field. This ends the Plantagenet dynasty and begins the Tudor era with Henry VII. Henry VIII breaks with the Catholic Church and establishes the Church of England in 1534. He also dissolves the monasteries and distributes their wealth among the nobility. In the mid-16th century, England comes under the rule of Queen Elizabeth I. Her reign marks the beginning of the British Empire as England establishes colonies in North America and begins to explore and conquer large parts of Asia and Africa. In 1588, the Spanish Armada, sent by King Philip II of Spain to invade England, is defeated. This establishes England as a major naval power. In 1603, Elizabeth I dies and is succeeded by James I of the Stuart dynasty. In 1620, the Pilgrims, a group of English settlers, arrive in New England. This will lead to the American Revolution and the creation of the United States of America. In 1642, the English Civil War begins between the Royalists supporting Charles I and the Parliamentarians supporting Oliver Cromwell. I, at all waited by the why do we die by da ba da 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 bella ba by da by I'm one In 1660, following a decade in exile, Charles II is restored to the throne. In the 18th century, Britain becomes a global superpower. It fights the 7 Years' War against France and its allies. The war ends with the Treaty of Paris in 1763, which gives Britain control of Canada and India. In 1776, the American Revolution begins. The 13 colonies of America declare independence from Britain. The war ends with the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which recognizes the United States as a sovereign nation. Following the American Revolution, Britain enters a period of social and political reform known as the Industrial Revolution. This is driven by the invention of new technologies such as the steam engine and the power loom. The Industrial Revolution leads to the growth of cities and the rise of a new middle class. In 1837, Queen Victoria comes to the throne. Her long and prosperous reign of 63 years is marked by great social and political change. In the 19th century, Britain expands its empire around the world, conquers large parts of Africa and Asia. The British East India Company rules over much of India. In 1848, the Great Exhibition is held in London to celebrate the achievements of the Industrial Revolution. In 1859, Darwin publishes On the Origin of Species, which revolutionizes scientific thought about the natural world. In 1914, World War I begins. Britain fights alongside France and Russia against Germany and Austria-Hungary. The war ends in 1918 with the Treaty of Versailles, which imposes harsh penalties on Germany. In 1922, the Irish Free State is created following the Irish War of Independence. In 1939, World War II begins. Britain fights against Germany, Italy, and Japan. Britain suffers greatly during the Blitz, the bombing of London by the German Luftwaffe. The war ends with the Allied victory in 1945. In the aftermath of World War II, Britain faces economic challenges and decolonization. Many of its colonies around the world become independent nations. In 1947, Pakistan and Pakistan are formed from the former British Raj. In 1953, Queen Elizabeth II ascends to the throne. Her coronation is the first to be televised. In the 1960s and 70s, Britain experiences a period of social and cultural change known as the Swinging Sixties. In 1973, Britain joins the European Economic Community, the precursor to the European Union. In 1997, Tony Blair of the Labour Party becomes Prime Minister. He leads Britain into the Iraq War in 2003, which proves to be controversial. In 2010, David Cameron of the Conservative Party comes to power. He implements austerity measures in response to the global financial crisis. In 2016, the Brexit vote takes place. Britain votes to leave the European Union. This is the culmination of a long process of Euroscepticism, which began in the 1970s. In 2020, Boris Johnson becomes Prime Minister and begins the process of withdrawing Britain from the European Union. On January 2020, Britain officially leaves the EU, and that's the history of the United Kingdom from the Celts to Brexit in 100 seconds. Hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching.